Okay, so on 4, 5, and 6, we have to do function multiplication and function division. So these are a little bit more involved than the addition and subtraction. Okay, so I'm going to start with function multiplication. Okay, on number 4. So I have to do f of x times g of x. Okay, so I take a look at that. I have x squared plus x minus 12 times 5x minus 15. Now I'm going to distribute from the right-hand side so that I only have to distribute twice. Okay, so I distribute the 5x, so that'll give me 5x cubed plus 5x squared minus 60x, and then distribute the negative 15, so I get a negative 15x squared minus 15x plus 12 times 15 off the top of my head, I don't know that one, 180, okay? And then it's just a matter of simplifying. Okay, so there's nothing to add to the 5x cubed. Okay, let's see. A 5x squared and a negative 15x squared, that gives me negative 10x squared. Okay, then I have a negative 60x and a negative 15x, so that's negative 75x, and then bring down the plus 180. Okay, and we got our answer there. Okay, we're fine. Okay, all right, so let's see. Now I have to do f divided by g of x. Okay, so that's going to be f of x over g of x. Okay, so my f of x is x squared plus x minus 12, and my g of x is 5x minus 15. Okay, now we get here, and the only way to reduce that, or check to see if it's reduced, okay, is to factor everything. Okay, and so we factor the numerator and denominator if it's possible. The numerator factors into two binomials, x plus 4 and x minus 3. The denominator has a GCF that I pull out, and I'm left with x minus 3. So of course these two guys cancel each other off. And so our reduced fraction, that is our answer, would be x plus 4 over 5. Okay, and you got your answer right there. Okay, all right, so a little bit more involved than the addition and subtraction, but not a whole bunch. Okay, let's see, second one. Okay, all right, so number 5. Okay, I'm going to do f times g of x. So that's going to be my f of x times g of x. Okay, so let's see, I have 2x squared plus 7x minus 30 times negative 3x minus 18. Okay, so once again, I'm going to distribute from the left-hand side. Okay, I'm sorry, the right-hand side, because I only have to distribute twice. All right, so let's see, 2x squared times negative 3x, that's negative 6x cubed. Negative 3x times 7x, that'd be negative 21x squared. And then negative 3x times negative 30 would be positive 90x. Okay. Negative 18 times 2x squared would be negative 36x squared. Negative 18 times 7x, I know it's going to be negative. 7 times 18, 7 times 18. All right, negative 126x. Okay, and then negative 18 times 30. I'm pretty sure that's 540, but let me check that. 30 times 18, yes, positive 540. Okay, and then we just collect similar terms. See, nothing to collect with negative 6x cubed. Okay, then let's see, I have negative 21x squared and negative 36x squared. So that gives me a negative 57x squared. Okay, And let's see, I've got this guy, 90x, with negative 126, so that'll give me a negative 36x, and then bring down the 540. Okay, and we have our answer there. Okay, all right, nothing really to do with it, so just move on. Okay, so let's see, I have to do division now. Okay, so I have f divided by g of x. Okay, so that's going to be f of x over g of x. Okay, so let's see. I've got 2x squared plus 7x minus 30 on top, and down below I have a negative 3x minus 18. Okay, so once again, the only way I can reduce that, if it's possible to reduce, okay, is to look at things in factored form. Okay, so let's see, up above the GCF in the numerator is 1, so that doesn't help. So let's see if we can factor it. Okay, how about if I try a plus 6 and a minus 5 there? So let's see, that'll give us 12 minus 5, that's 7x. Okay, so that's good. Down below I have a GCF of negative 3, so I pull that out, and I'm left with x plus 6. Okay, so the x plus 6's cancel off, and I get 2x minus 5 over a negative 3. And of course, we don't like a negative sign in the denominator of our fraction, so I'm going to move that guy up above, and notice I have to apply it to the whole numerator. Okay, so it'd be the opposite of 2x minus 5 all over 3, okay? And that would be one form of the answer, okay, like that. Okay, so we're good to go. Now, if you want to distribute that negative through the numerator, you can do that, okay? It's entirely up to you, but it has to apply to the entire numerator. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. Okay, we've got some square roots here. Obviously, that's number 6, not number 5. Okay, so let's see. So if I go f times g of x, that's going to be f of x times g of x. Okay, so I'm going to have the square root of x squared minus 81 times the square root of 2x plus 18. Okay, so using our product rule for square roots, that's the square root of the product of those two radicands, x squared minus 81 times 2x plus 18, like that. So notice I can use the FOIL method there. Okay, let's see, x squared times 2x squared is 2x cubed. Okay, outside would be x squared times 18, so that's 18x squared. Inside, negative 81 times 2x, that would be negative 162x. Okay, and then negative 81 times 18, I gotta check that one. 81 times 18. Okay, so we'd get a negative 1458. Okay, and so we take a look there, and really the GCF here, right here, okay, the GCF is 2, okay, and 2's not a perfect square, so if I factor it out, I can't take the square root of it, so it really doesn't change anything, okay. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but the 2 stays underneath. Okay, so there's not really any reason. We could pull it out, and let's see, I'd be left with x cubed plus 9x squared minus 81x minus 700 and, is that 29, I think? Okay, let me check, 1458 divided by 2, 729. So if you look right here, I mean, that guy right there and this guy right here, okay, they're just two different forms of the answer. I'd probably just stay with this guy, okay? All right, so let's see what we got going on. Okay. All right, let's move this up a little bit. Okay, so let's see. I have f divided by g of x. So that's going to be f of x over g of x. Okay, so I'm going to get the square root of x squared minus 81 over the square root of 2x plus 18, like that. Okay. Well, we apply the quotient rule, okay, for square roots. So that's the square root of x squared minus 81 all over 2x plus 18. And then if I'm going to simplify that, I've got to factor everything. Okay, square root of, let's see, x squared minus 81, that factors into x plus 9 times x minus 9. Down in the denominator, okay, I factor out the GCF, which is 2, and I'm left with x plus 9. So obviously the x plus 9s cancel off. So we get the square root of x minus 9 all over 2. And then, of course, we'd have to rationalize by multiplying above and below by the square root of 2. Okay, so I would get the square root of, that'd be 2x minus 18 all over 2. Okay, and I'd say about the only other thing you could possibly do is your numerator, you could leave it in factored form, okay, where we just say the square root of 2 times the quantity of x minus 9, like that, all over 2. You could go that route. But either way, those two answers, okay, are completely acceptable. And that wraps it up.